Hey guys, so new day, new focus on the channel. I'm sorry that the MK9 story probably won't get finished. But look on YouTube if you want to see the ending, because I'm not going to sit here and try and aggravate myself to beat a character that's broken. Um, anyway, um, this topic is interesting to me. Um, I hate the term disabled. I'm not disabled. I just do things differently. So I prefer the term differently abled when it comes to my limitations in anything, in everyday life, in gaming, in whatever the case may be. I prefer the term differently abled. Um, and I have to give praise because I am not, well, I wasn't uh, an Xbox guy. I really wasn't. Um, when I first got my PS3, I battled for weeks and weeks and weeks before I bought my PS3. Should I get the PS3? Should I get the Xbox 360? It was a back and forth battle up until the very day I went to the GameStop in Chester to to pick up my to pick up my console. Um, and, and the funny thing about it is, I was gonna go with the Xbox until I saw MLB. I think it was I forget what year that was. Might have been 10 or 12, something like that. And I'm a big baseball guy. The fact that there's no baseball game on the Xbox, it kind of swayed my opinion big time. And besides that, at the time I wasn't into games like Halo. I didn't know about Gears of War, which, by the way, is a freaking phenomenal game. But I wasn't into that, so I went in. And I got my PS3. We fast forward to last year, and the Xbox Adaptive Controller was released, which you're gonna see videos of me working with very shortly. Um, and when I first saw it, I thought it looked like an awkward looking DJ turntable. And as you all know, I have issues with games that utilize the right trigger. Just with the awkward structure, pardon me, pardon my arm. Just with the awkward structure of the Xbox controllers. The staggered sticks are a problem for me sometimes, and the triggers, I can't always hold down the right trigger while holding down the left trigger. And this was a problem for me during shooting games because, as you can see on the PlayStation, I can pretty much get one hand across the whole width of the controller. Um, So when I read up on this, I read that you could put in like 15 or 18 different Switch inputs, and I thought it would be a big to do to get all of that done. But you guys can't see this, but on the back of my headrest, let me see if I, yeah, you can. On the back of my headrest, there is a strip of Velcro, which I can now put a little switch on the back of my headrest and use that switch as my right trigger so I can focus on either moving around the environments, or if I'm playing a sports game like Madden, I can focus on running and not trying to hold down the turbo trigger and run at the same time, or hold down speed burst when I'm playing basketball. I can just focus on trying to get through the defense, or in a first person shooter, which I haven't tried yet, I could focus on aiming down the sights properly and being more accurate with my shot. So that is a wonderful, wonderful thing. But that's the point I'm trying to make. Microsoft, as far as I know, and people can fact check me in the comments or whatever. As far as I know, Microsoft did not patent the design. And the Xbox Accessible Controller, I'm gonna call it the XAC from now on because that's a mouthful to say. The XAC has been out for, I don't know, maybe a year or a year and a half now, and we still haven't heard anything from companies like Sony or Nintendo to make a design similar, and so that gamers with disabilities can be included. And it's just mind-boggling to me. I know a lot of disabled people that would love the opportunity to be able to play games like everybody else. I was born with only really use of my left hand, and I have my speech, which thank God. But some people aren't fortunate enough for that. Some people have ballistic movements in their arms and legs but can speak. Some people can't speak at all. But we all understand what's going on, and we all want to be included in something. And to me, gaming is a universal language. You can even get a game like Uno on the Xbox now. It's not you don't have to play shooting games. You don't have to play sports games. You can play board games and card games that you would be able to have in your cabinet, and you can play with ease. I am pleading with the people at Sony and Nintendo to please come up with something to help include everyone in the fun, because look, I just bought Super Mario Brothers U Deluxe for the Switch. That is an amazingly fun game, and it's not that difficult to play when you have limitations, but it might still be more difficult for some to play than others because they don't have full control of their limbs. Help us change the game. Help us enjoy the product you put out. Because at the end of the day, disabled people that play games are just gamers at the end of the day. Alright guys, that's my rant for now. Might do some Fire Pro Wrestling World later on today, so keep an eye out for that. I love you guys. Thank you for the love on the last video. Thank you for all your comments and love. It means the world to me. And more importantly, thanks for understanding where I'm coming from as a content creator. Because I don't want to ask for these things, but some of these things are impossible to procure without help. And I'm not just talking monetary help either. I'm talking about if someone knows someone at a major company, or, if someone, works at a major company themselves, getting the word out is just as important as a monetary donation. Alright guys, I will talk to you in the next video. Stay tuned, because I think we're going to do some Fire Pro Wrestling with some beautiful, beautiful fantasy dream matchups. Alright, take care.